At the foot of Mount Sinai, a new chapter for Israel was about to begin. The magnificent tabernacle, a sanctuary for the divine presence, was finally complete. A cloud covered the tent of meeting, and the glory of the Lord filled the sacred space. From within, a voice called out to Moses, summoning him to receive instructions not for himself, but for all the people of Israel. The Lord was about to lay down the foundational laws of worship, beginning with the offerings that would bridge the gap between humanity and the divine. The first of these was the burnt offering, or olah in Hebrew, meaning that which ascends. This was a voluntary act of devotion, a way for an individual to draw near to God. It served as a powerful means of atonement for unintentional sin, and was a tangible expression of a person's complete surrender to the Lord. When presented correctly, the smoke from the offering would rise to the heavens, described as a sweet or pleasing aroma to the Lord, signifying that the worshipper's devotion was accepted. For an Israelite who wished to present an offering from the herd, the process was specific and deeply symbolic. He was to bring a male bull, one without any blemish or defect, to the entrance of the tabernacle. There, at the door of the tent of meeting, he would lay his hand firmly upon the bull's head. This act was not a casual touch. It signified a transfer, a substitution. The animal was now standing in the place of the worshipper, bearing his identity and his need for atonement. Then, before the Lord, the worshipper himself would take the animal's life. The priests, the sons of Aaron, would then collect the blood and sprinkle it against all sides of the great bronze altar. Afterward, the animal would be skinned and meticulously cut into pieces. The priests would arrange the wood and fire on the altar, carefully placing the head, the fat, and the other pieces to be consumed entirely by the flames. Every part of the animal, washed and pure, would ascend in fire, a whole burnt offering given completely to God. The law also provided for those whose wealth was in their flocks. If an offering was a sheep or a goat, the principles remained the same. It had to be a male without blemish. It was to be brought to the altar but specifically killed on the north side, a detail marking its sacred purpose. As with the bull, the priests would handle the blood, dashing it against the altar, and then arrange the pieces of the animal to be wholly consumed by the fire upon the wood. God's system of worship was not exclusive to the wealthy. For those who could not afford an animal from the herd or flock, there was still a path to draw near. A turtle dove or a young pigeon was an acceptable offering. The person would bring the bird to the priest, who would then perform the rite at the altar. The priest would wring its head, a swift and decisive act, and drain its blood on the side of the altar before burning the head. The bird's crop, its internal contents, and its feathers were removed and cast aside on the ash heap. The priest would then tear the bird open by its wings, without severing it into two halves, and place it upon the burning wood. Even this humble offering, when given with a sincere heart, would ascend in the fire, and so, through the smoke and fire rising from the bronze altar, a clear path was established for the people of Israel. Whether it was a magnificent bull, a sheep from the flock, or a small bird, each burnt offering was a profound act of worship. It was a complete and total gift to God, an offering made by fire, a pleasing aroma to the Lord. It was a visible and fragrant sign that a person's desire for atonement and devotion had been received, and that fellowship with their Creator was possible.